So moving on, we have a bait from Fitzgerald. That's a new micro jig, correct?
Yes.
What can you tell us about that new jig?
All right, so I'm going to say it was last year when me and Trevor started kind of collaborating together and decided we needed a smaller jig in the Fitzgerald line. Because Fitzgerald has an awesome swim jig, awesome flipping jig, got the Texas jig, and we wanted a smaller jig that could target pressured water, clear water fish, smallmouth up north. They love very small jigs. So we came together with a awesome little tungsten football-headed micro jig. It's got a nice 3/0 light wire hook in it, so you're not going to have trouble hooking fish on 10 or 12-pound line. And it's got a very light weed guard that's not going to get in the way when you're setting the hook, because when you're throwing a micro jig like this, a lot of times you see jigs with a weed guard that's too heavy for what the jig's designed to do. And we feel like we've put together the perfect package with this jig. It's got a very fine skirt material to give it that small profile, thinned out weed guard so you're not going to have trouble setting the hook, light wire hook that's going to penetrate easy on a long cast. If you're making long casts across shoals or if you're drifting in deep water, you're still going to be able to get the hook inside those fish in 20, 30 feet of water and be able to put those fish in the boat. And this is something that's it's been around for a while, you know, the small jig craze. I don't know when exactly it started, but I probably started hearing about it, 7 or 8 years ago. And it was just time for Fitzgerald Fishing to come out with a Bryan Thrift Signature Series micro football jig. We've got it available in 10 colors and, every color in the spectrum that you need to suit any style of fishing or any type of forage that you're trying to copy in the water from, up north smallmouth fisheries all the way to down south. This is a green pumpkin color. We've got the black and blues, several different shades of dark jigs, several different shades of light crawfish colored jigs, which is going to cover you anywhere in the country.
Well, leave it to two Southern guys to make the perfect Northern California clearwater spotted bass jig. I mean, exactly. Yeah, that's wild. I think Corey and I both said, let me see that. Let me see that thing. So this is a perfect, high mountain California reservoir jig. Of course, is going to get them all over the country. I'm sure the Ozarks, this is going to play heavy, but out here on the West Coast, definitely excited to see this guy.
Pretty cool, a really cool looking jig.
Yeah.
It's a very cool technique, because if you just follow the progression of bass fishermen or bass fishing, and the way the fish are getting so pressured now, you've got drop shots, Ned rigs, everything's going smaller. So it's only natural for the jig to follow suit. And Fitzgerald designing this perfect micro finesse jig to get, bigger bites in pressured situations in clear water where you need light line, but you still want to target those bigger fish and maybe they won't commit to a bigger type jig. This is going to be the perfect setup for it.
Awesome. And that's something that's going to be up on the site soon, right, Corey?
Yeah, it's not quite available quite yet, but hopefully Trevor will have them pretty soon. When do you think of availability on those guys?
Yeah, by the end of August, we'll have them in stock, ready to ship to you.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Well, you guys get yours, and once they do, because I think Joey and I will be grabbing a couple for ourselves, we'll give you guys a week or two to get yours. If you don't get them by then, we're grabbing a few for ourselves.
You're going to get yourself in trouble, Corey.
I'm only going to get like 10.